Hello everyone, and welcome to the final live cast of round 1 of the Challengers Bracket in SpyParty Masters Championship 2022. I am your host, Corvus Mallory, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Crazy Kaylee, and our analyst, Legorv Janine.
Good afternoon.
Alright, we have got a match today. It is between LevT and Graash. You can see there on your screen, that is the final match in the semifinals. And these players both came in through master rank points, so they have plenty of tournament experience. They have plenty of time in the game, but I think two fairly different play styles here. So as the players are going through the draft, Legorv, as our desk analyst, maybe you can take us through these players and talk a little bit about how they play.
Yeah, absolutely. These are both established players. They've been around for at least a year each now. And I think they're both working to develop their styles. They both were known for maybe being a bit slow or inconsistent. They're trying to work on that. And I think Lev in particular has done a good job of improving in that space.
Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and talk about Lev, since you mentioned him, of course, coming in off of a 4th place finish in Winter Cup.
Yeah, so we've got a clip where Lev is going to take, in that match against Kadi in Winter Cup, is going to make a pretty make-or-break play. It could easily end the game, but is not afraid to do that. Was previously known as a slow spy, but has really improved their pacing overall.
Wheels rejects. Maybe we'll see some kind of option for a purloin. We see 2 rejects in a row. Maybe Lev.
I believe we would be
as
not
mom
quite
here.
next. Yeah, I
we
believe we're the next
are-
offer
Yeah,
here.
we are next offer.
Naturally.
Looks
And we
like
do
trying
go
to do real fast purloin. Get a nice green. Offered it to us again. Get the take. Very classy. Hopefully the sniper just starts to think they're safe on the purloin without knowing that indeed we have immediately reoffered to ourselves and taken the drink. Might get queen shot. Queen very fishy, yeah, and gets a shot. Classy play, very nice. Nice setup. Look at the old instant retake trick. Can be very useful if the sniper doesn't directly see it. You basically guaranteeably setting the sniper up for failure. Very nice aggressive play.
Yeah, and really deep progression into both the Winter and Summer Cups here. Against Kadi and I think Hoopa is who they got knocked out against. So yeah, and this draw and near draw against Opie recently, in fact, is not something to ignore.
Looks like the first game is underway. We are, of course, waiting for spectation to kick in so that we can start the next game. Since there is a 1-game delay, I'll let you guys keep going.
Yeah, as far as Graash goes, Graash is more in line with the understanding and studying of the game, wanting to like theorize and has done some scientific reporting as well. But in the space of trying to apply those lessons to his sniper play, I don't think has quite seen the improvements that he's looking for yet. Trying to do a lot of mnemonic work and mental techniques, but I think has performed below what the community has come to expect since their rapid rise when he first came out of the scene.
Yeah, let's take a look at this highlight.
And I don't think that the list has been seen yet.
This one
So,
we are playing as
should
Little
be now.
Big Hair. We
Yeah,
have
now
one
it's
cell
definitely
done
on
in the
screen.
bank.
Okay, let's see how... Oh, we get a
Looking at
bug
the
as
first
well.
Convo. Get the bug
Rush,
done.
just hard-tailing missions, and we do get a low light for our troubles. Just weren't seen at the...
Very interesting lights there coming out from the opponent.
That is actually a very great bug, just
I'd like to
banking
hear
on the
more
fact
about the
that
context for this one, or what
sniper,
went into it going in. But we do
as
catch the low light, so
you
it's
see the sniper
it's a
notice
nice
in the
play.
purloin, you
Yeah,
can,
such
well,
a good bug.
just expect them to zoom in on the
Almost
list.
invisible. The angle is perfect.
Or else as a lack of it. So Graash takes this opportunity and takes a bug that could have potentially been pretty noticeable and
And
visible.
then from there, presumably an easy win, as we do have 2 hard tells in the bag as the spy.
yeah, Graash finishing that one out with a seduce contact finish after that low light. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of like those distraction kind of plays from both these players. They play very similarly. So when that purling comes off, Graash takes advantage of a really, really great opportunistic bug.
And we actually saw a lot of very opportunistic bugs in last night's set. That was Scout versus C-Rams. So I'm hoping we see some more. One of the things that was mentioned last night is that bug has become, in the current meta, just so important in the very top level of play. And it wouldn't surprise me at all to see both of these players really trying to lean into it and make good use of it. Alright, well, we have the draft available, so let's go over and flip to that and see how it lines up. We have bans on Terrace and Redwoods, restricts onto Ballroom and Courtyard, doubled Gallery and Aquarium, singled Veranda, Ballroom, Modern, and High Rise. So, Graash singling into Lev's Restrict. And looking at these venues, you know, we don't see Balcony, we don't see Terrace, we don't see Courtyard, we don't see any of the kind of smaller, faster venues at all.
No, lots of 4 of 8 coming out. We have Gallery 4 of 8, we have Aquarium 4 of 8, got Ballroom 4 of 8. A lot of these pretty standard issue maps that are fairly balanced between the Spy and the Sniper, I would say. We got Modern and Veranda, which are... Modern is a little bit more even than it is, but I'd say it's still a Sniper favorite map, excuse me. And we have Pub, which is definitely one of the more Spy-friendly maps.
Yeah, I guess, you know, Ligor, from the things you mentioned in terms of some of the science that Graash has done and the research, like, does any of that really factor into any of the maps that are available here in today's pool?
I think most of Graash's memory techniques will come in handy on these 4 of X venues. I guess they all are 4 of 8. But yeah, that'll really test Graash's ability to handle the party, and that 3 of 5 at the very end could throw a wrench in works, and we'll see if the match gets that far.
Do we want to figure out the voice issue?
It's fixed.
Are we good now? Okay, perfect.
So I guess, you know, looking at these, of course, we've had a chance to look at the venue setups. We have a chance to look at the players' histories. And now comes, I think, one of the most challenging parts of these streams, which is to make our predictions for the match. So as a reminder, it is best of 16, so first to 9 will be the winner. And of course, if it goes 8-8, there will be overtime. Both players single a venue and play a best of 4. If it's still tied, they single another venue and play another best of 4. And then if it's still tied, which would be a 16-16 score, excuse me, a 12-12 scoreline, I believe, then it goes to infinite balcony. So I'm going to ask all of our on-air talent to predict the winner and the scoreline, and I guess I'll go ahead and go first. And looking at these players, neither one have really made a mark of themselves with a big marquee win. They've had some near misses with some of our champions players, maybe a draw or a 5-7 loss. A lot of people have remarked on Lev's momentum play. Lev can be extremely dangerous when he's winning and can start to run into some issues if he doesn't start off on a strong foot. But Graash, I think, despite all the effort that Graash has put into tech, despite all the effort that Graash has put into memory, my worry with Graash is that he's just a little bit too washed from being out of the community, just a little bit too long, hasn't necessarily put up strong results recently. And so for me, my first prediction here is going to be LevT taking the set 9-4.
I'm going to go the other way. I think that it's going to be a close one. I believe in looking at the entire body of work of players when I try to make predictions, which is always foolish, but we're going to do it anyway. And so I think that Graash has the edge here. My prediction is a 9-7 win for Graash.
Yeah, I feel that these high-level matches often come down to the sniper's performance. So, as big a fan of Graash as I am, I need to side with Lev in this affair. Sniper he's a foundation in camping, so I think that will prove to be more consistent than Graash is. I think that will carry him to a 9-6 victory.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a split of the talent here. Now, of course, remember, the winner of this match will have to go on to face Adafayesh in the Challengers Finals, which I think will prove a challenge for either of these players. But it's not just us that are making the predictions. All of you in the community have made predictions on the SpyParty Masters Championship predictions sheet. And so we went ahead and analyzed those just to make sure that we were on board with what was being said there. So let's go ahead and take a look at those predictions. And it's 33% of predictors predicted Lev, 67 predicted Graash. So Graash, the fan favorite, it looks like, in this match.
Very interesting stuff. I think the community, with me looking at that entire body of work, most likely Graash probably just has the more impressive results overall, although they are not recent, as you note.
All right, well, that is our pre-stream. Of course, Ligorov, thanks so much for helping out. We will see you back here at halftime to break down how the match has turned out, but we have our first game ready to go, and it's going to be Graash, and it's going to be on Aquarium. Let's go ahead and get this set up, turn you over to the main game, and Graash on the spy side playing as General. Kayla, you ready to get this underway?
I am. Let's do it.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And so Graash, I think, no stranger to Aquarium. And we'll be looking to see here if he chooses to take advantage of Shark, if he chooses to take advantage of some of those corners there. But Lev, I think, is going to be very consistent on Aquarium.
Yeah, Graash just choosing to Inno idle to start out the game. Not an unreasonable choice on Aquarium, especially when the ST is out somewhere else. But now ST's behind the Shark. No reason to go out and not pick up that flirt. Good choice.
Yep, that'll be a green flirt to start things off for Graash. No surprise there. His rate is excellent. And 3 minutes 18 left to play. Plenty of time on Aquarium. Keep in mind, these venues have been adjusted slightly from their competitive meta standard, just to give spies a little bit more breathing room, because as we all know, traditionally at the very top level, snipers tend to dominate, and you know, this is SMC, why not make it just a little bit harder? As we join conversation with the double agent in the middle conversation, Graash could be setting up for very early contact, but it would knock out a couple of highlights.
This is a very dangerous position for the Ambassador with the Shark. There's going to be... Okay, he moves out of it, thankfully, but the Amba was going to be in an extremely dangerous position that could have potentially put a lot of heat on Queen and also on Teal.
Coming up in 2 minutes 30, and Graash will choose to take the contact.
Banana bread.
It's going to knock out a lot of highlights.
Queen also low-lightable and an important low light. Okay, there we go. Picks it up. Seduction done. And we're in a good position here. We just have to pick what our hardtail is going to be. It's kind of a classic Aquarium game. In some venues, you really don't want to leave the hard stuff for last, but in Aquarium, you very often do, and you just rely on the power of the Shark.
Power of the Shark, indeed. We split out of that contact to make it to bar. We do pick up a failed difficult print. Unfortunate for Graash. We came and got the flirt. We did not get the print. We do have the delegate, so that could come in later, but with so few people at the bar this late in the game, that delegate's going to be very dangerous for Graash to try against a camper like that.
Sure, it's not the best mission. It's also one of the most difficult to control and cover behind the Shark, which is usually the MO you want to follow when attempting a hard tell directly in front of the sniper on Aquarium.
Down to 1.5 minutes. We only have the 2 early missions done, contact and flirt. Here comes the Ambassador, and we do go for the double walking bug. It's kind of visible behind the Shark, I think. I'm not sure we're going to get away with this, but no shot
Very
yet.
tough to see. Very, very tough to see, I think. Looking at it from the sniper's perspective, that you basically have to catch the path, and that's it. Now off we go for the Purloin. And that could be it if Graash isn't on top of it. If Lev isn't on top of it, but you have to be suspicious of that path. And if you're on top of memorizing Purloin chains, you got to know what's going on.
Yep, Here it comes.
But the delegate expires. So,
oh no!
Yeah. So close.
Mission win is in fact no longer pending. Do not adjust your television screens, but Graash now back under the gun. Purloin did not happen. And now what we do, we don't have a print, we have a difficult that we missed, and we're going straight into bar. It's going to be a long time before we get served. I don't think, I mean, we can't have been delegated to here because we went to Windows, but we also really don't have time to delegate. Oh, the swap coming for wheels. It doesn't matter. There's a shot anyways.
Yeah, Teal gets shot for doing fingerprint. Yeah. I was noticing fingerprint was, Teal was being very active. She finished fingerprint. She had a couple of chances where she could bug. Not surprising that she was sort of a top suspect there. So LevT just takes the shot. 1-0, Graash.
Yeah, and a good shot there. Unfortunately, you know, you shoot a soft completing AI. That's the kind of thing that can happen to you, especially when you know, you're on Aquarium. You have plenty of time for the AIs to finish. So that will be the first round going the way of Graash, opening things up with a spy win on Aquarium. And that means we're ready to get into our second game. Lev with a chance to answer back with a spy win, doing it as Rocker in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Immediate danger shark here, but we're not going to take advantage of it. Just going to neutral idle in another innocent convo.
Yeah, here comes the ambassador, but
no, not that one. Yeah, you needed to go to the ambassador at the start for that one. That was a low shark, and you're in the mid convo. Now we get the shark that would have helped us do that bug, but too little, too late.
Indeed, and lots of activity up at the back of the venue at bars and statues, but Lev's not going to be able to take advantage of any of that. So it's into blue books we go, trying to take advantage of some of that as a distraction. Look at all these highlights at bar, look at these people at statues, including our ST, and meanwhile, we're just taking a blue book.
Yeah. Are we no, we're just going to microfilm it. Oh, that's a white, straight on over. Not seen, because that would be death if that had been seen.
Yeah, I think just, you know, Shark kind of partially going over the ambassador there, Graash keeping a very close eye on him, and okay, Lev has a microfilm in pocket and 3 minutes on the clock as we join conversation far away from our seduction target.
Yeah, bad flirt time, but, you know, reasonable. We got a lot of time. But that's the problem with microfilm. Even if you get away with manual microfilm on one end, you got to get away with it again on the other end.
Here comes the
white flirt 17.
Yeah, you hate
nothing
to see
much.
It. Hate to see
2:30 left to go, and you got to step on the gas a little bit here now. You don't have a lot of flirt progress. You have microfilm in the pocket, and that's about it. And you burned coming up on half the time you have available.
Looks like Lev maybe keeping an eye on the shark, looking for a good chance to do a microfilm, and that was it, by the way. We don't take it. Bookcase may be a little bit crowded for our liking, but it might be a briefcase here if we can beat Teal. Oh, we go for a briefcase contact behind shark. This is very fancy. A shame it's not a
banana bread.
That was an interesting play. I don't think that was any more effective than just walking over and doing the banana bread, to be honest. We do get a highlight for it as a possible talker, I think. But that shouldn't be a very strong highlight.
Okay, so coming down towards 100 seconds now. We have one mission done. We have 17% flirt, and we have the blue microfilm in pocket. It's really going to become time for us to think about when we're going to do the second microfilm. Okay.
That was adventurous. I'm not sure I like the play. There's a 10% chance at best that bug takes, I think. But, I mean, I don't hate it just because we do have to do something, right? And that might have been the best shot we had. Not looking great now for Lev. Way behind. We still just have double agent microfilm in pocket and 17% flirt. Looks like we're going to try to pick up more flirt here.
Yeah, we could go here. We could just bail on bar pretty quickly after the flirt. So white test, unfortunately, 51%. So we need a green to even get the 3 flirt. Minute on the clock. We still have time. But
we can't stand here, though. Yeah, we can't just stand here and wait for a drink. That's what we definitely cannot do.
No, and Lev is well within his rights just to walk away at this point. You do not have to stand here for an entire minute and try for this drink. Snipers are not going to be paying that much attention to you. And yeah, Lev will indeed eventually bail. 40 seconds now on the clock.
Green book case full, not what you want to see. This is not great. Oh, 3 to bookcase, we move.
Yeah.
And Graash is suspicious. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I would have shot there, but Graash apparently has plenty of reasons to hate it. So Graash goes up 0-2 on the old wee woo 3 to bookcase.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, 3 to bookcase, of course, a lot better now than it used to be after the recent patch that fixed the bookcase behavior. But even still, I mean, if you're at all suspected for that blue microfilm and you come down here, I mean, I think it's an aggressive shot from Graash, to be honest, but maybe fearing the shark walk, it means you have to do those aggressive shots.
True. Had no way of knowing necessarily that Graash wasn't finished yet, but or excuse me, that Lev wasn't finished yet, but why not? I know if you had seen that weird bug path or you'd seen maybe that microfilm, not unreasonable to take a shot there.
All right, well, let's get into our next game. I will be back on Aquarium, Graash on the spy side playing as Smallman. Why not? Try to keep up the momentum. We talked about the importance of momentum in this match. Let's see if he can do it in 3, 2, 1, playing. So what's the go-to play as Smallman on Aquarium here?
I mean, I don't feel like Smallman is actually that different from other nice quick flirt there. Smallman not really that different from other characters on this venue, other than it's a little bit easier to do the same things you would do with the other characters, right? Like, the shark covers up Smallman a lot more easily than it does a tall character, basically. But for the most part, the things you can do with other characters, you do just the same with Smallman and vice versa.
All right, well, we do have that quick cheese flirt behind Shark. That's exactly the kind of thing Graash is into. But that's all we have so far. So 3 minutes 20, we have 1 green flirt. Our selection target puts a book back, and Graash is keeping a close eye on where she's headed now. She goes right by the ambassador. Sure, why not? And then it's going to get bounced around this conversation, finally land, and Graash decides, you know what? More flirt sounds good to me.
Chase her down, like the play. This is
Just
not going to finish, but we... Oh, it is going to finish. We are in range. I thought we were a little too far away, but I forgot that Oprah is way deep in that combo. So we do have seduction done. That's nice, but we've got to find some other missions now. But the easy one is done. Amba not super buggable right now. Not a good time to do Purloin. Fingerprints just sitting there as a briefcase. Kind of difficult to get something done. Maybe fire the banana bread.
Yeah, you're in with the double agent, and you have, a couple people out, but hey, it is Aquarium, and you're down to 2 minutes 20. Now, the nice thing about Aquarium is you are pretty likely to get another chance if you don't take this, not like some of the other venues that we'll see in this match, but Graash is playing this very slow, and I'm thinking Graash may have come into this with a little bit of a plan, as it is his double, and it's the kind of thing Graash might do.
Possibly so. Remains to be seen what that plan is. Right now it's just slow play. We are not taking the banana bread, even though we've been here for a while. There are AIs which are building up suspicion, so if that's the plan, it's not the worst luck in the world. I appreciate the effort. I don't think that was ever going to work, but it's pretty safe with Taft there blocking, so nice try.
Sure. Worth a shot. Sad for Graash, of course it doesn't take. But we will get...
we're gonna...
Oh, we both the bastard again!
There we go. Yeah,
now that's nice.
There it is. That was free. That was luck, but that was taking full advantage of the luck. Shark came across at exactly the correct time. Amba walked across at exactly the same time. Now we're in a lot better position, although we really wish we did have banana bread done. We don't have our double agent in range. I wish if we had banana bread done, we'd be in a much stronger position, I think.
Yeah, it is a little bit unfortunate here for Graash that we don't have really enough time to casually do inspects. We have a drink in hand and we have no inspects whatsoever. So we'll go for the fake contact.
Banana bread.
Not sure I like it. I think that what we really wish we had is a delegate in pocket right now. It's gonna happen.
There it is. And yep, there's
tracked.
the shot.
Yeah. It was nice. It was a nice try. If you get away with the Purloin, you probably win that game. But I think really the fake just alerted a sniper like Lev that
banana bread
needed to take a look and make sure that Purloin was under control.
Yeah, and Lev even with the fake low light onto Smallman there. Not needed as it turns out because the game was kind of out of Graash's hands at that point. But a nice shot from Lev, kind of stabilizing the set, bringing it back to 1-2.
And pressure now back on Graash to find the shot or lose his 1-set lead.
That's right, and this is Graash's double, so he's going to be wanting to come out of this with a lead before going into gallery. So Lev on the spy side playing as Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing.
Game gives you a free flirt. You take the free flirt. Yep.
Here comes the flirt. Top shark, so we're not going to be able to run away, but we do get the green. So Lev on the bounce, I think, going to be very happy with that.
I agree. I mean, you have your green flirt in hand. You go to the bar. You have a bunch of people at the bar, so you can potentially carry around a purloin for a little while if you want. Picks up the highlight for being a bar visitor.
And
it looks like we are just going to be patient at the bar. Yeah, we're just going to be the last person to get a drink and hopefully not be remembered.
That would always be my preference in a game of Spy Party. Look at how much attention is being paid here. The ambassador behind Shark, Kane, is down there, extremely threatening. Meanwhile, we walk away with a delegate cheese as ambassador finally walks away from Wheels, Kane, and maybe even Spallman.
That's a very, very aggressive fake banana bread that rules out a lot of people. And we send Oprah out to do our bidding, but I think these highlights are going to serve Graash well, potentially. Like, I don't think this is necessarily going to work. Like, we're at the very least going to see a ton of lowlights off of this. Yeah, lowlight's the actual taker. Yeah, this is... I think Graash knows exactly what's going on, and it's just a question of which one of them did it.
2 minutes 22 on the clock. Here as we have only Purloin done. We do have Flirt, but with the clock reading 2:15, it's...
Oh, this is unlucky. Yeah, we eliminate another one of them. Oh yeah, we're dead. We were the only one of the possible Purloiners, I think, who was in convo with the real DA there. So, yep, the old Purloin strat doesn't quite work for LevT. Graash 100% on top of it, very well sniped.
Yeah, and that's going to be Graash maintaining the lead coming out of his double, which is got to be a good feeling, I think, here. If you're Graash, you're playing in a big competitive set. You know, if you can get a little bit stabilized in the beginning, that's something you love to see.
I agree. I think anytime you have a set lead early on, you know, it's nice. You just get to maintain that pressure on your opponent throughout the remainder of the set.
Yeah, I do want to look at this bug from Lev after the contact. We get kind of hung up a little bit on the couch. We get hung up on another spy. I mean, we were dead, I think, at this point before we even tried the bug. But, you know, it's an aggressive play coming out of the contact. We've seen both of these players with aggressive attention-splitting plays coming out of banana breads. And that's the kind of thing that can work on Aquarium. I think it's going to be a lot harder to do on Gallery, which is coming up next.
I agree. And, like, I think that play works a lot better if you start the 10-second clock after you get that bug. But you're not even done yet. You have to go back and flirt one more time.
All right, well, coming up then on Gallery, Graash with a 3-1 lead to start things off, and starting off on the spy side playing as Teal. Lev gonna have to try to win this venue 3-1 just to bring it back to a tied halftime. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And this is the kind of situation you kind of like to be in if you're Graash. I think, like, you can try some tricky change-up plays as the spy. Go for something like an early microfilm cheese. Keep Lev honest by forcing him to pay attention to some nonsense. Because if you don't work, you know, it's Gallery. You're sniping next. You can probably maintain your lead. And if it works, you get your spy win, and the pressure, it just becomes immense on your opponent.
I was worried for a second we were going to try to take that bug from Graash. That would not have gone well.
No, it would not. You feel the temptation because it feels like the angle is good, but it's not. You never take that bug.
All right, 3 minutes
Where
15 on the clock, and our selection target's nearby, but it's going to be walking, looks like, at least some distance away. Graash, no stranger to the travails of Gallery.
Briefcase time.
Yeah, wants to make some progress here.
Reasonable choice on the briefcase. Off we go to the outside. Ooh, that's not how that works. Way late on the stop there.
Yeah, but no apparent concern, and the conversation stopped as well. You love to see it from Graash. No surprise, of course, from someone who's done that much study on AIs and pathing. But now coming up on 2 minutes 33, and Graash is right back where he was about 45 seconds ago.
So fingerprint in hand. Our seduction target walking away again. Looks like we're gonna chase Smallman down, since he's probably going to a painting. Yep, there we go. There we go. Easy green test. Yep, and seduction done.
Very nice from Graash. That's the first mission.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it.
We do it.
We did it. Oh, it wasn't seen.
Covered.
Yeah, it was covered, but it was covered because we canceled it in such a way that caused it to fail, I think. So we took our shot and we canceled it when we knew we couldn't take it.
All right, minute 45 on the clock, just over 100 seconds left. And Graash, again, pretty much the same place we were at 2 minutes ago with one extra print. So a lot to do.
Yeah.
Double agent at books. Not looking good here for Teal.
No, I think Graash is in trouble. Oh dear. Oh, oh no. Yep. It was worth a try, but the ambassador betrayed us, walked away at exactly the incorrect moment, and we hit the ground.
Yeah, unfortunate. Look at that. Oh, Levs looks at that and says, okay, well, there's my sniper win, I guess. There's the set back to 3-2.
Indeed. So pressure now again back on Graash to try and hold that lead.
Yeah, and I think if we look back at this this first bug that we tried at this painting pad, I mean, as you mentioned, you know, if this bug wants to have any chance of taking, we can't be walking like towards the ambassador like this. If the ambassador curves away,
yeah,
we have to kind of crash into him if that has any chance of working. But with the right-hand bug, if you try to crash into that ambassador, all you're going to do is wave at the sniper.
It was timed such that it actually probably made the bug harder to see because the arm was coming back in. So I think it actually made the bug a little less visible, but also less likely to succeed.
All right, well, that is going to be Lev starting the comeback on his doubled venue, now up to 3-2. And we move on to Lev's first spy game on Gallery. And it looks like Lev is going to break out Kane for the attempt in 3, 2, 1, playing it. We take this bug? Probably not at this point, no?
Yeah. Hard to get that bug to take. There's going to be a lot of bouncing around that you're going to have to do.
Lots of crowding back here in the conversation, along with the double agent. That's always an opportunity for us if he sticks around.
Scene shift, Corvus. Scene shift.
Scene shift it is.
There you go.
Alright, so we're near the ambassador, near the double agent, near Toby. Lots of opportunities for Lev, but nothing's been working so far. So we just go for just a drink take.
Yeah, drink. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think we're in bug range. Or we might be in bug range. I can't tell. We're right on the edge of bug range. But you never probably want to do this bug. I mean, you can't now anyway, now that you have the drink. But if you'd done it beforehand, it's that old lean in with the cane side bug, which is very obvious.
Just under 3 minutes, 0 mission progress so far from Lev. So both of these spies playing Gallery a little bit slowly, as compared to Aquarium, where I think we actually saw some, average to slightly fast pacing out of these spies. But Gallery, they don't seem particularly worried.
Yeah, I think we saw the fast pacing at the end when the spies realized they needed to get a move on. I think in general the pacing has been pretty conservative from both players. A nice briefcase cancel there. And off we go to do something. Nope, we're just going to stand at the painting, like you do.
Yep. Well, that will reset our flirt cooldown, so that's always an option for Lev, but 30% is going to make it tough. Ambassador's coming this way. We could try some kind of double walking thing, but we move away too quickly. Ambassador goes to statues anyways. It's not going to be an option. Both of these players have really been avoiding statues so far in the set. I'm not sure we've seen a single statue pickup in 5 games.
I think that's true, which is... mean, statues can be poisoned, to be fair, but like they're not that much poison, and certainly you can't get locked into a meta of never touching a statue. Straight up green purloin there.
Yeah, we don't touch the tray, that's for sure. And now what's going to happen? Teal is going to take...
Graash on top of it. That's a clear green.
Yeah, Graash knows. And here
Let's see. Oh, no. A lot of people being included. A lot of people being included who are not in that that purloin chain. Oh, not very many lowlights at all.
No, just a couple
Graash,
of highlights. And we're not one of them.
Graash might be busted here. Yeah, we are not one of them. I think we have a very poor idea of who was the green purloiner there.
Now the question here from Graash is like, okay,
what?
I don't know.
What is that movement from Wheels?
I don't know who here has taken the list, but at the same time, Lev not in a lot of hurry to try to complete missions.
Yeah, banana bread has not happened, so you feel fairly safe still if you're Graash. Banana bread, low light wheels, there we go.
Known fake, both SDAs out of conversation, and Lev looking a little desperate now with 36 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, we got to get seduction done. We got to get real BB done, and we got to do something else. And more low lights.
Just another known fake.
And we bail. We're bringing up people. Oh God, we're bringing up people who are hard eliminated by the last banana bread.
Quick
flirt done.
That's 3. Here comes the crash bug. Has to be. No other choice. Ambassador running away.
That's a lost game.
Arm is visible swinging out.
Oh, there it is.
But the overtime shots
no. That's painful. That's a painful way to lose a game. I mean, first of all, we were looking right at the crash bug. Second of all, Wheels was out of conversation for the fake BB, and we brought him back up on the second BB because he was in convo. That was Graash's game to lose, and Graash lost it. 3-3 it is.
Yeah, unfortunate there. It's difficult to know what we think Wheels might be completing with to provoke that overtime, but it just has to be an assumed bug here in the back, like in front of Ambassador. But
yeah, I don't know what the theory is. Yeah, I don't know what the theory is for how Wheels is winning. I think maybe what happened is Graash saw that. So right after the purloin happened, Wheels did the weirdest path ever. Then got low lit for being out of convo during BB, which should have been the end of it. Then got high lit for being in the BB or in the convo circle for the second BB, which is a problem. And then I think he just stuck as a top suspect in Graash's mind and just forgot that he wasn't in convo.
All right, well, Lev bringing the set back 3-3, getting, I think it's fair to say, slightly bailed out. But hey, I mean, you got a green purloin to stick, and sometimes that's all you need to bring the set to 3-3 and ready to try to even take the lead going into halftime if Lev is able to sweep his doubled pick of galleries. So Graash with it all to play for, the match is reset, and Graash now on the spy side as Boots in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And you really this is one of those situations where you really want a spy win as Graash. You do not want to have to defend as Sniper to avoid going down a set into halftime. You want the pressure to be on your opponent. This is a high value spy win. I mean, every spy win is high value, but this is a particularly high value one, I would say.
Yep. All right, well, we have picked up a flirt at painting, so we've got that in pocket. It's a white flirt. Graash is going to be offered, an early purloin here might be aggressive, but Graash decides not to take it. And so it's going to be another slow game, it looks like, from Boots.
But that's 2 flirts down. That's what you want.
Oh,
yeah, here we go. Confident mission progress. Go to the bookcase, grab a book. Absolutely. Don't hate this at all. Gives you a good excuse to reset the flirt timer again. Yep, back then. Absolutely. Love to see it.
So we have this book in hand. Now, Graash obviously not going to just quick cheese it, but I imagine we're not going to want to cook this for so long, because we are going to want to be able to get other stuff done in the meantime. So if Graash is still holding this book 60 seconds from now, I'm going to be surprised.
Yeah, we definitely didn't want to do it with the Amba sitting there. If we're going to cheese it, now would be the time, but it doesn't look like that's the plan.
Now, Ambassador coming outside, but will not enter conversation. Conversation is full, and he's not headed that way anyways. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Double H joins, and
Double H.
You just got to take this, I think.
It's okay. Now you definitely. Well, now you didn't know that Papa Danger is, but now the banana bread suddenly became a lot better, unbeknownst to the spy. But yeah, I think you got to take it. You're not going to get a lot better one on Gallery.
Well, Graash not interested.
No, both of our players just hate banana bread, man. Like, you know, it's gross. Like, it uses old, disgusting bananas. Like, why would I want it?
And an innocent
Why would I want the
return.
microfilm mission? Yeah.
We're not doing it.
I mean, yeah, all right, but that's, you know, that's 2 missions that could have been done that are not done, and time ticking down.
No, we keep the book. We don't put it back.
Oh, cheesy.
Banana
And we're
bread.
going to banana split this. Yes, yes, love it. I like this play. I thought he was just going to put the book back, but we're not.
Graash has arrived, everyone. This is the kind of thing
Yep,
that we
this is
expect
the
to
play.
see.
Mm-hmm. Although we are very suspicious, where we're standing is not the most. It's a little bit fishy where we're standing, so we need to get out of there before too long, before that telltale bun comes up. All right, here comes the moment of truth. This is where you win the game.
Ambassador was just at this shelf, which is probably not what we wished was true.
But we're putting a book back. Though,
Yeah.
Remember, we're putting a book back. Yeah.
All right, now we just have
How do we win? How do we win is the question.
We just do double inspects. Again, we've seen 0 statue pickups so far in this entire set. This is game 8, where no spy has been to a statue.
I think the plan looks like it's going to be Purloin and just hope for green. Oh, or you know what else could be? We're in the bug position. Yeah, here it comes. Oh no!
Bread.
Oh no! we mash we mash right click. Oh my god! Here comes the green Purloin. We were trying to hit the bug. The Amba went out of range due to a crazy path, and then here comes green Purloin. We will see if Lev is able to come back and win it. Now we see that the list is gone, but we don't see the fade. This is going to be really hard.
Really hard. I think Graash got away with that microfilm. Really fun play.
That was nice. I like that fake book replacement. That was a great play. Hero bug at the end was attempted, but the Amba didn't cooperate, so we just said, screw it, let's try the green Purloin, and we did. Very nicely played by Graash. Excellent spy game.
Yeah, I love that game. And here comes the Ambassador. I mean, we're so set up for this bug, but we're just kind of far into conversation. And Ambassador bounces off Toby, heads outside. And it's so tragic that just at the exact moment where the bug does not land is when the Ambassador is furthest away from us. This is when the bug would have taken.
Yep. Oh, that's rough. But we pull it out anyway with the green Purloin.
And that's Graash earning point number 4 and being in a position to still be coming out ahead at halftime. Lev's going to need to spy just to keep it equal. Going to be playing as Teal in 3, 2, 1, playing.
Yeah, good position for Graash to be in. Pressure big time on Lev. Gallery not the easiest venue to get a spy win on when you really need it. A lot of things have to go your way. You should flirt though. There we go. Ooh, 48%. The second saddest number.
48, not a great thing to see on the screen, but you do still have plenty of time, and Gallery, you know, flirt is still very much doable. Here comes Toby. We've seen a lot of Purloin so far in this set. I wouldn't be surprised to see
been
another.
Extremely popular, yeah. But both our snipers have, with the exception of that last game, had a real good track on it. And the game before that. What am I saying? There have been 2 matches where we completely lost track of Purloin. We're going to take? No, just drink take.
Yeah, so another no rush here. We haven't seen that from either of these players. And okay, I mean it's Gallery. It's not the kind of thing you typically expect to see, but it's very viable. If you know a book, a Purloin, a swap, like a bug, you have all these options.
Yeah, you can do the old triangle Gallery rush, where the points of the triangle are the back convo, the green bookcase, and the blue bookcase, and you just do everything from one of those three spots, and you win the game. You usually get a bug, you get a DA, you get microfilm, and you can seduce or something.
Here comes Toby, gonna offer to us again. We actually request to make sure, and just a reject. I would have thought we wanted a green Purloin walkaway there, but Lev decides no.
Nope, we are just hanging out. Oh, hello. Hi. Seduction target, 82%. Yep. And off we go to bug. No, we go to statues.
It's a
finally.
statue.
Finally, we have a statue. That's it. Yeah.
And it's a swap.
Oh,
it's
just,
instant white
casual
swap.
white swap. Mm-hmm.
Graash is going to see this, I think. I think there's just no chance that Lev's going to survive this. This is such an aggressive play, but Graash is staring down the statue, waiting for it to come away.
At the statue. I mean, might see it now, but it's hard to tell. I'm not sure that there was a lot of attention being paid to the swap, because there would be a flurry of reactions right now if Graash had seen the swap happen. I'm not sure that statue's been seen. Okay, here we go. Maybe. No.
Nope, just a drink take. That's all we need. 90 seconds left on the clock. Some low lights and then some not low lights.
It had some very late lights coming off for no apparent reason. I think now the statue's been seen, potentially. But I don't think Graash has a very good idea of who swapped.
Yeah, and this is kind of like Lev's last gallery game, to be honest. I mean, you did a hard tell, you showed a hard tell, and then you're just kind of hoping somebody gets shot, because we're certainly not about to finish.
Banana bread. Lights, lights, lights. Gotta take a shot. Yep, and we shoot one of the people who didn't get the swap. Yeah, Graash just lost track of swap. That's what happens. I like the play from Lev, keeping him honest. Like, you cannot ignore statues.
So Graash, who comes in here with all of this memory tech, doesn't have the attention to see the swap when it happens. And even with all that memory, if you're late noticing it, it doesn't really help you that much.
True. Like, it does not matter how much information you have about people who touch statues if you don't see the swap.
All right, well, that is our halftime. We are 4-4. I think we've been maybe 4-4 halftime on 3 out of 4 of these sets so far. They've all been very close.
Yep.
But that is me and Kaylee. We're going to step away. We're going to take a break here for just a second. And Legorv on the desk is going to come in, talk about what we saw so far in the set, talk about the players' playstyles, show us a quick little highlight, and then we'll get back into it. So Legorv, let me throw it over to you.
Yeah, that gallery was a bit of a bloodbath, and it ended up drawing out the score here in the first half. After Aquarium was split, or actually went in Graash's favor. Lev drew back gallery, his own pick. And did that with one particular spy game, with a couple of fake BBs, or a couple of BBs. I think importantly right here, when Lev decides to take this fake BB after this purloin, I think the fact that both double agents are out of conversation is absolutely the kind of thing that Graash will pick up on with where he's spending his attention. So that alone distracts from the additional lowlights being taken. Once he notices that both DAs are out and knows that nobody has a real BB, he stops taking lowlights and then starts considering what could have been happening there. And then importantly, when LevT attempts the second and real contact, Graash might be still thinking about that, and LevT's able to escape the conversation which picks up the real BB highlights, which most notably includes Wheels, who was out for the first BB and gets brought back up. And then escaping that highlight allows us to finish Flirt, and then in the last 10 seconds we do chase down this bug, which was fairly visible, but having that neutral light helps out a lot there. And in my studies of Graash for this cast, I did notice that Graash tends to not have the best composure when the clock hits 0-0. Did not perform very well when the clock got to those waning seconds. So that's something that could be a weakness for Graash and something for LevT to continue to take advantage of.
So we saw the play from both these players on Gallery and Aquarium. Now, Legorv, how is that play going to inform what adaptations they need to make? I mean, you just talked about one, which is overtime. But are there any other adaptations these players should be thinking about in the singled venues?
Yeah, I think the fact that there have been a number of save shots in this match so far is really going to weigh heavy on these snipers. And on these larger venues where there's a lot more guests, that could come back to cause doubt. We'll see how they each deal with a high-rise 3 or 5 at the very end.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you, Legorv, for helping us out with the games, with your analysis. It's been a pleasure, but I think it's time to get back into the set because we are still just at 4-4, so we still have lots of room to go. Again, these players could take it all the way to overtime if necessary, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Graash is going to be spying as Bling Twin on Ballroom. Kayla, you ready to get back into the set? As soon as Kaylee is back, we will go ahead and pick it back up.
It looks like Kaylee's muted.
Sorry, I was on mute and I didn't realize it. I was wondering why you couldn't hear me. Yep, go ahead.
All right, let's get into the game in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And chasing down our seduction target. We do finally land with him, so all's well. Just a white test, though, for Graash's effort, 34%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's visible. Oh, but I think we got away with it? That was super visible. But bug in the pocket now.
It's kind of hard to see. If you're not paying really close attention to it, Graash may have picked up a really important bug in the set early on, and it doesn't look like any extra attention's really being paid to us for it.
No, I think we got away with it clean. I like Graash's spy play. That bug was not the best, but like I like the aggression. We're playing loose spy. We're playing fearless spy. It's exactly what you want to see. Banana bread done. Go get a flirt. Do something else. Center statues at some point, maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to see some inspects from these players. I mean, we went 7 games without a statue pickup, and then we went for a swap. So, certainly willing to play around with the mission spread, but...
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense.
I think this is exactly correct. You can pick up all the heat you want with 2 minutes 10 left on the clock and a hard tell done. Like, from this point, it's just, can you shoot me for 2 flirts?
Oh, no.
And I don't think Lev can.
But we can't
that's not
finish.
Great, but that's okay. That's okay. It's, you know, you can go right back to statues. You know, it's another statue visit. Who cares? Like a center statue visit on Courtyard, your second visit, if you don't swap, is basically exactly as suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, some players would actually reduce your suspicion, which is also lovely to see. Here's the flirt. It's our second. It's a white test, so that's fine. You know, it's unfortunate. If we had inspects done, we could take this book out, which I would love to see. Not going to happen since we do have to go back to statues, so...
Yeah, we want to stay away from back statues with Amba there. Right to side statues again. Yep, playing this exactly correctly as Graash, I would say. Very nice, and you're one seduce away from winning the game. And I don't think Lev's going to take a shot here. I think this is just, oh dear, ST leaves. That's okay. ST can't leave forever.
Doesn't go to statues, thank goodness.
Pad, yeah. Just being patient. Still have a minute. That's plenty of time.
It all comes down to what Tap decides to do, and it's not to stop.
This is a risky play. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, he doesn't come to us. Right back to books.
So we're obligated for this briefcase. I think we're just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore it. Get the flirt done. And yeah, we're back at Green Bookcase again with Taft again, but you know, who cares?
Well, Lev clearly doesn't with the safety off onto Queen. We take the fingerprint actually in the end.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Sometimes you're winning a spy game, it helps to pick up those extra missions, but that's 4 missions done on Ballroom from Graash, and that's a spy win.
That is a spy win. And I feel like Graash is just playing these spy games really effectively. Very impressed by the spy play so far.
Yeah, I just take one more look at this bug just to see exactly how it worked out, because we just completely got away with this.
Yeah, it's visible, but not if you're not looking at it.
All right, well, that is our first Ballroom gun, and remember these are singles now, so it's just 2 games on each. Lev's going to have to answer back as Boots, trying to keep the set equal with another spy win. In 3, 2, 1, playing. Now, of course, the question is here is Boots, like, do you feel licensed now to do your own center inspects now that Graash has done it? Or does it make you feel like, okay, well, I can't just do what my opponent just did?
I think it all depends on context. I mean, you have to see if going to center statues is something that makes sense given your progress in the game. That is some interesting lights. A lot of camera movement from Graash. I don't think he even sees the offer to Boots on that green purloin, so we might be in trouble here. A lot of jerky camera movement from Graash.
There's the take. The fade is not really known. You see the highlight onto the taker.
Yeah, and we're already one step ahead, pulling a book out. I think Graash is in trouble once again.
LevT just trying to keep the set equal. And here comes the 96% flirt. Lev needed to be on the other side of teal for that to complete with that green test. Unfortunate, but we still have plenty of time. I'm not worried at all about the pacing here after that purloin.
I think Bling Twin is now the primary suspect along with Papa Danger. We might see a shot onto them if Banana Bread is at a good time for them to do it.
We're all alone here with this book. We could probably microfilm if we wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think there's any heat on us. I'm not sure Lev knows there's no heat on him, but I mean, you could probably just walk that over to the blue bookcase, to be honest.
Well, it goes back innocently into green. So Lev will not be completing, it looks like, with transfer. We do join conversation
Bling
with
Twin.
the double agent.
Bling Twin is incredibly suspicious. So Bling Twin tried to get center statues, was interrupted by an AI who took one of the side statues, and then immediately visited statues again. Graash is going to be especially aware of that, given how he won the last game, I think. So I think Bling is probably the primary suspect at this point.
It's certainly not us with 80 seconds left, but we've seen Lev struggle to complete with the hard tell done. So it's going to have to see. And now we have the highlight.
Oh, we might unintentionally frame. Yeah, he's in convo. Oh dear. Yeah, this is a lot of heat on Bling. And there's the shot. Yeah. I'm not sure if we did that frame on purpose, but if we did, great play from Lev.
Yeah, let's take a look at where Lev's attention is right before this contact. We can't even see that they're in conversation with, let alone that they're in with the SDA. So I think Lev, again, maybe catching a lucky break, but hey, you create your own luck. And Lev brings the set back 5-5.
True.
Okay, well that is ballroom split, which means we are heading into veranda. This is our fourth venue. This would have been Lev's pick, I believe. And Graash will be playing as Alice again. So let's get into the game in 3, 2, 1, playing.
Just frustrating for Graash. We're pulling off some quality spy wins, and then we're letting Lev back into it with spy wins that, you know, are fine, but like really it was the sniper losing the game more than the spy winning the game, it feels like, in these Graash losses as sniper.
We're just slamming this book in. Yeah, I think this makes a ton of sense. There's a lot of just noise on that side of the venue. Sure, there's a lot of laser tension, but laser tension is not necessarily going to see what you do. And now we have 51% flirt, we have transfer done, and we have 3 minutes 40 left on veranda. So if you're Graash, I mean, this is great.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You do have to do, I mean, the problem is it's still veranda, right? Like, it's not the sort of venue where you can just get a hard tell done and be okay. You still have a lot to do, a lot on your plate.
3 minutes 20. We have not been especially active since that first flurry of activity. Our seduction target is back at green books. We probably don't want to go back there if we can help it, but we're not making any other progress. So Toby's going to come offer to us. There is no chain.
Yeah, I would not purloin.
How about bug?
Yeah, it's free. Oh, it's not as free as we think, maybe. That was a visible bug. It wasn't perfect, but apparently we're okay.
Yeah, bugging through general here. You can see the rotation to try to catch it, but you just might not be watching Alice because she's not the person closest to the ambassador. Those bugs through someone else, especially when that someone else is general who you're really worried about, sometimes just work a lot better than you feel like they should.
Yep. game should be okay from here. Just don't get greedy. Go do statues. Yep. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but where are we going here?
We have
just
bug and
trying to reset
transfer
the flirt timer.
done. And I'm wondering if on this game, Graash is just going to go back for inspects again. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think you're going to get shot here unless Graash has suspicion on you that we don't know about for that bug or for that microfilm.
There's the inspects done. Graash not going for any kind of back-facing swap here, which I think is obviously very prudent. Our selection target's in conversation with the double agent. That would have been something that we could join, but Graash decides not to, maybe worrying that that conversation might be full.
Yeah, it's a little risky. Smallman's not a great position. I think maybe we want to go, no, what are we doing here? I don't think Banana Bread is the right play with an Inspect and Seduce done. Well, I don't understand the point here. Yeah, we're going to do Banana Bread. I don't get it.
Banana Bread.
Like, surely with all the seduction progress and the Inspects, why rule out a bunch of suspects? Why not do the silent game?
Well, we still need a 5 of 8 finish here, so Inspect, Flirt, Contact is probably the way Graash is.
Oh, you're right. That is 5 of 8. Yeah, yeah. Man, Brand is hard.
Counting is hard, but we're in conversation with the selection target. Graash can take this Flirt. There it is. That's 4 missions done. We are 1 Inspect away. Now, I'm worried Lev could shoot for this Inspect if we've been particularly active, but it's not going to be a mission count shot. And Graash is not... And here's the shot anyways!
Instant. Huh. I mean, instant makes me think that maybe there was suspicion on the bug or on the less likely on the microfilm. I don't think the microfilm was seen. I think the bug was potentially visible. So might have been confirming a shot there, but I think there had to be a little bit of heat.
And that's got to be really damaging, I think, for Graash, who felt like the whole game he was probably getting away with murder. And then at the very, very end, it just all gets taken away, and Lev is up in the set for what might be the first time, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. This is the first time Lev's even had a 1-game lead, and now a chance to take the overall set lead by winning as Spy.
All right, let's get into this Veranda game. It will be Lev playing as Plane Twin. Graash sniping to keep it equal 6-6 in 3, 2, 1, plane. So that time, Graash being punished for inspects. We're trying to follow our seduction target into this conversation, and it looks like she will land...
I think she's going there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she's going to them.
Bounces away.
But no worries. Nope. Plenty of time. We're just going to sit. Veranda, one of those venues where you can sit for a bit and do nothing. But not forever.
Lev choosing to pass some of the time just by keeping his mouse hand warmed up. And our selection target walks straight by us. So Lev not going to spend any time over here. Going to keep chasing down Red Dress, see if we can't pick something up before we hit 3 minutes on the clock. She does land a conversation.
That was a very fishy path. So we went out of our way to avoid the AMBA and then curved back into the inside of that conversation circle, which is not a very AI-like path, but not seen by Graash. No big deal.
No big deal, and we do pick up a white Flirt. Lev now, selection target leaves us. 3 minutes on the clock, 1 white Flirt on the board. We go to Red Books, but unfortunately Ambassador and Toby are both on this side of the venue, so I think we might have to be satisfied with the print.
Yes.
Yes.
Lev looking good. Gonna have to do a hard tell at some point probably, but making reasonable progress otherwise.
2 minutes 30 coming up on the clock. Ambassador has been around a lot of crowds in this game, but Lev has made sure they don't include us. Whether by hook or by crook.
Good. ST flirtable. Yep. Yeah, looks like that's the plan.
May as well. You need that progress, and the pacing here. I mean, it's not super fast, but this is still something we can definitely finish with 2 minutes 10 left on the clock. But the real question I think here is fingerprints. Like, Lev has to fingerprint as we do a red purloin.
Banana bread.
Oh, we zoom in on the list a little bit too late, it looks like, for Graash. Because that flash was 100% visible. We are in the purloin chain. But the fact that we got away with a red purloin at all is probably good news for us at this point.
I would not be
BB
surprised
was fake.
if that red purloin might actually have been stronger against Graash than the white under some circumstances. Graash has made a habit of studying green and white purloin fades and might be the kind of person that would put a lot of weight into trying to figure it out. And the red can sometimes throw it off. We're just not used to seeing it as the ambassador comes to say hi.
Hi. Being guarded.
Very much.
Or maybe we're not being guarded. It looked like we were being guarded, but we just bugged and got away with it.
Well, at some point...
just a frustrating game for Graash. I mean, like, not nearly the information you want to have off of seeing a list vanish. But, like, Lev just bugs in her face, and we don't shoot him. We're in deep trouble here. Yeah, fingerprint done now. Gonna even go for the swap.
Rotation coming, but it's going to be very late. I don't think we have time to shoot.
Doesn't see it. Yeah, we're not going to shoot. Yeah.
And Lev sweeps Veranda.
Just camping failure is what happened there for Graash. Like, just did not have control of the hardtails and lost a bunch of them.
Yeah, and I mean, this bug... I mean, I'm just amazed that we make this work. I guess the ambassador is leaving at the time, and Graash had like just given up on guarding this, I think, when it happened. But, you know, Lev times it to perfection.
So, I mean, I think the story of the set so far has been like Graash playing very strong on Spy, but just fumbling on Sniper in these situations that are very winnable.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, we've seen a fair number of Spy wins here, actually. Probably more than Sniper at this point. It's certainly close, maybe about equal. And then the swap at the end, I think, shows a lot of discipline from Lev, knowing that the Sniper was on the left side of the venue and was rotating back to the left. If Lev sees that,
I agree.
You just know how much time you have, how long it takes for the Sniper to get all the way back.
I think that if Graash had been sure of himself and had known really who his suspect should have been, it's possible to get shot there, but Graash just not that in control of that game.
So that means that the set has come all the way back to 7-5 in Lev's favor, and we have High Rise and Modern coming up. And that means that all that Lev has to do is just split these venues and walk away here with the win. And on the flip side, Graash needs to sweep at least one of these to push it to overtime.
High Rise, though, a very sweepable venue, so let's see how we do.
All right, Graash playing as Teal, Lev on the Sniper side, 3 of 6 with swap turned on in 3, 2, 1, playing.
I just do not get swap turned, or well, I mean, swap turned on is one thing, but fingerprint turned off is extremely questionable to me. That's just another opportunity for an AI to get themselves shot. A little stutter step onto the window there, but no big deal.
And I think Purloin has been the recent meta over fingerprint on this 3 of 6 swap or transfer forced on variant that we've seen a lot of play from. But you know, you're absolutely right. If you're playing against someone who's going to catch those purloins, fingerprint always has to be an option. Just get an AI frame and an AI shot. We don't go for the purloin. And look at this, it's being offered to Ambassador, who's going to take a drink. So no fingerprint opportunity off of this tray.
Alas, so we will have to pick up another flirt. Yep, there we go. Green test, 85%. Always nice to have that guaranteed 3 flirt. Well, almost guaranteed 3 flirt. I guess we try and figure out what our next play is. We probably want to get Banana Bread done at some point. Not ideal to do it now. We're just going to timer flirt, I guess, is the plan.
I would be surprised if Graash is just waiting for the Ambassador to walk back over to the right-hand side of the venue and just do a double walking bug, but he is really not in a hurry to move.
Oh. No timer flirt for you.
Yep, here comes 2 minutes. And Graash still waiting for his ship to come in, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think Rocker is even pushing Ambassador out.
Yeah, if that's the plan, wasn't the plan. And in any event, Amba just walks into our CC.
Yeah, this is
Gotta get something done now.
For a bug.
General at center statues. Always interesting information to have.
And
We're gonna rule him out. But we do get BB done. Rocker and Salmon have a lot less suspicion on them now. I presume we want to go pick up that flirt. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we bugged, by the way, after that contact, so all we need is this flirt.
There we go.
Graash
I guess
doesn't wanna
we'll
rush
figure out
this.
whether that bug was seen. Yeah. Oh, bug was seen. Yeah. Bug looked a lot cleaner than it was. Yeah, that was very well done by Lev seeing that bug.
Because there was like we were doing lights while that bug happened. We absolutely were.
Banana bread.
Like the fact that we saw that bug happen amid all that activity, or was able to take the shot. I mean, Lev has been shooting for flirts a lot.
He has. I think it's a little risky letting that bug go. If you saw that bug, I think you should have shot when you saw the bug. I think holding the shot for the flirt is extremely questionable. However, I think the fact that you saw the bug is impressive, because I think that's the only way really that you take that shot otherwise.
All right, well, Lev now on match point, and Graash needing to sweep 3 in a row to stay alive in the tournament for overtime. So this could be Graash's final sniper game of SpyParty Masters Championship 2022. It's going to be on High Rise 3 of 6, same mission setup. Lev playing as Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And Lev now, at this point, kind of playing with house money. I mean, you have 3 match points, including a sniper on Modern, to try to close this out.
And you get to start as Spy on High Rise, which is extraordinarily winnable.
3:13 left on the clock, 3:30 to start us off in the waning seconds of this game and this match, potentially. Lev outside playing it really slow, waiting for seduction target to settle, waiting to see who's doing what. You have so much time on High Rise to try to frame AIs, and Graash's memory is going to have to work to the max to try to keep track of who really has flirt done, who really could be finishing, as Lev just goes for an innocent briefcase.
Graash just really closely guarding bug. A lot going on here in this party. It's very busy. Risky play to return the briefcase there. It's going to put some heat on you. Carlos has a ton of heat right now. Early center statue visitor.
2 minutes.
And now we're just going to wait.
Lev not happy about something, but Double H is in conversation with us, and the STA is also in. So like we shouldn't be too concerned, I think, at this point. Seduction target is finishing inspects. Tex, of course, also has inspects done. Neither one of them in conversation.
Brutal game, though, for Graash. Like, you've already got 2 extremely high suspects. If you're the spy and you're paying attention, you can really create a strong framing opportunity here.
And look at this. Wheels goes right next to the ambassador.
That's gross. Party falling in Lev's favor. It's going to take a lot for Graash to win this game. The problem is not going to be so much Lev, though. Like, Lev isn't doing anything. The problem is going to be, can Graash hold a shot against these ultra suspicious AIs?
And Lev is going to make sure, I think, that they're in for real contact. I don't think he wants any risk of just betting that the STA is going to keep them in. We'll do a flirt.
We're flirting. Meantime. Yeah, I mean, we're running down on time to actually finish missions. Oh, Wheels walks out. That's nice for Graash.
Yeah, neither one of the people that are finished are actually in conversation at this point.
Queen just now finishing. So now we've got 3 AIs who are done on a BB, potentially.
Under a minute on the clock. Lev putting a little bit of trust in the AIs at this point and probably wondering who the SDA is, because if you get one in with the SDA, I mean, that's just as good. You just hate to risk it.
Carlos picking up a briefcase now.
Joins with the double agent. This is Lev's chance.
Yeah, we are potentially going to frame Carlos here if we're going to frame anybody. Green, green. Take the shot.
We have a green purloin pending.
No shot. You might be okay here.
Low light rejects.
Yeah, we're okay.
Time ticking down. Gonna have to show something. Here comes the purloin
Lev.
Let's see.
Do we have control over
Where's
it?
the shot? It's a sieve!
No.
And Lev wins the match.
Oh. Brutal. So yeah, I think you guys proven right in your predictions in terms of Graash, maybe indeed with the better body of work, but just a little bit out of practice. Like Graash, just so many winnable games. Played really strong as Spy. Played really strong at moments as Sniper, but just could not control hardtails, I think, is the story of the match.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, that's also Lev coming back and sweeping the last 5 games in a row, coming back from a 4-5 deficit to a 9-5 match win, which is just, I mean, it's just tremendous.
Yeah, just frustrating. Like, so many frustrating opportunities for Graash during that set. Like, we had Lev on the ropes, it felt like, a lot of the time during that set, where we were up, we had gotten a nice Spy win, put it on the ropes, couldn't shut down, hardtails as the Sniper. Won another Spy game, put him on the ropes, couldn't shut down the hardtails as the Sniper. Just a tough set for Graash, who played well. Just Sniper couldn't keep up.
All right, well, that is the first set of matches completed for SMC 2022. You can see there, Lev will be facing Adafayesh this week for a place in the Champions Round Robin, as will C-Rams and Sauerkraut. So lots to play here. None of these matches are going to be easy. All of these players have proven that they can start to hang with these champions. So we will be back here next week, bringing you all of that action, both of these matches. And after that, it'll be 3 weeks of Champions Round Robins with it all to play for. So thank you, of course, Crazy Kaylee, for hopping on and casting with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And Ligor, thank you so much for hanging around and helping us understand the nuances of what was happening in the background.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
And we will see you all here, of course. Congratulations to Lev. GG's to both Lev and Graash. And until next time, everyone stay safe. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to be back.